Well, hello again, and welcome again to another episode, Down to Earth but Heavenly Minded. And we're in the book of Exodus right now. We did the first chapter last session, and we're going to be doing two chapters today because they're short chapters in the book of Leviticus, these two anyway. So, with that said, I'm going to get our scripture up here. We're going to do chapter 2 and 3. And in chapter 2, we're going to be looking at the laws of the grain offering. When anyone brings a grain offering as an offering to the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour. He shall pour oil on it, and put frankincense on it, and bring it to Aaron's son, the priest. And he shall take from it a handful of fine flour and oil with all its frankincense, and the priest shall burn it as a memorial portion on the altar, a food offering with the pleasant aroma to the Lord. But the rest of the grain offering shall be for Aaron and his sons, for it is most holy part of the Lord's food offering. Now when you bring a grain offering baked in an oven as an offering, it shall be unleavened loaves of fine flour mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers smeared with oil. And if your offering is a grain offering baked on the griddle, it shall be of fine flour unleavened, mixed with oil, and you shall break it in pieces and pour oil on it. It is a grain offering. And you and if you and if your offering is a grain offering cooked in a pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil, and you shall bring the grain offering that is made of these things to the Lord. And when it is presented to the Lord, he shall bring it to the altar, and the priest shall take from the grain offering its memorial portion, and burn it on the altar, a food offering with its pleasant aroma to the Lord. But the rest of the grain offering shall be for Aaron and his sons. It is most holy part of the Lord's food offering. No grain offering that you bring to the Lord shall be made with leaven, for you shall burn no leaven, nor any honey, as a food offering to the Lord. As an offering of first fruit, you may bring them to the Lord, but they shall not be offered on the altar, pleasant aroma. You shall season it with grain, offering with salt, and shall not let the salt of the covenant with your God be missing from your grain offering. With your offering you shall offer salt. If you offer the grain offering of first fruit to the Lord, you shall offer for the grain offering of your first fruit fresh ears of roasted with fine crushed new grain, and you shall put oil on it and lay frankincense on it. It is a grain offering, uh, and the priest shall burn it in a memorial portion, some of the crushed grain, and some of the oil with all of the frankincense. It is a food offering to the Lord. Now Leviticus 3 is the law of the peace offering. If you if his offering is a sacrifice of peace offering, if he offers an animal from the herd, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before the Lord. And the Lord shall lay his hand on the head of the offering and kill it at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And Aaron's son, the priest, shall throw the blood against the side of the altar. Excuse me. And from the sacrifice of the peace offering as a food offering to the Lord, he shall offer the fat covering the intells, and all the fat that is on the intells, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them at the loins, and the long lobe of the liver, and that it shall remove with the kidneys, and Aaron's son shall burn it on the altar on top of the burnt offering, which is on the wood of the fire. It is a food offering with a pleasant aroma to the Lord. If the offering of the sacrifice of peace offerings to the Lord is an animal from the flock, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. If he offers the lamb from his offering, then he shall offer it before the Lord. Lay his hand on the head of its offering and kill it in the front of the tent of meeting. And Aaron's son shall throw its blood against the side of the altar. Then from the sacrifice of the peace offering he shall offer as a food offering to the Lord its fat. He shall remove the whole fat tail, cut off close to the backbone, and the fat that covers the intells, and all the fat that is on the intells, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, at the loins, and at the long lobe of the liver, that he shall remove with the kidneys. And the priest shall burn on the altar as a food offering to the Lord. If his offering is of a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord, and lay his hand on its head, and kill it in front of the tent of meetings. And the sons of Aaron shall throw the blood against the side of the altar. Then he shall offer from it as his offering for a food offering to the Lord, the fat covering the intells, and all the fat that is on the intells, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, and the loin, and as the long lobe of liver, that he shall remove with the kidneys, and the priest shall burn them on the altar as a food offering with a pleasant aroma. All the fat all fat is the Lord. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all the dwelling places that you eat, neither fat nor blood. That all belongs to the Lord, according to this. So with that said, we completed 2 chapters, and we did it all in about 8 minutes. So we're trying to keep these videos short, but I don't want them too short. So with that said, we're going to end our reading today, and we will see you on the next session, and we will be continuing on in the book of Leviticus. Bye for now.